Hello everyone, I'm CZ Lumen and this is StarCraft 2. What I have for you here is herO versus Ragnarok. herO playing as the Protoss pieces in the upper right hand corner, Ragnarok playing as the Zerg in the bottom left. This is a tournament game playing on Altitude ESL. I'm going to skip forward just a little bit to see if anything interesting happens between these two players. I got a new headset, and hopefully my mic sounds a little bit better than this one. My other one was actually dying. It's like a 10-year-old Logitech wireless headset that it's seen better days. So anyway, got a new one in the mail. Go Logitech. And if you have a headset you actually personally recommend, I'd like to hear it in the comments below. I don't know who wins. I don't like paying attention to who wins or loses. I do know this game lasts, I think it was 9.5 minutes. So we're going to see how this plays out. herO doesn't look like he's delaying the hatchery, just trying to keep Ragnarok's focus on him as much as possible. Hey, this is a slight unusual turn. This past couple Zerg games that I've actually casted has had a build to the second hatchery before the spawning pool. So we're going to see if this is going to be a one base build before the second base clearly, but we're going to see if he just like builds up his economy. Maybe he goes all in with one base. I do not know. This probe just chilling here, getting as much work as he's done, like just seeing what he can do. Love the little harassment. It's like, no, I'm just going to deny you. And this is fun. If you time it well enough, you can actually deny this a little bit of mining, which just like brings him back just a little bit. Nothing crazy going on up here. Overlord's just derping around in the center of the map. Oh, here we go. I totally missed this. Second hatchery did go up, and in fact it's been up for a little bit, so that probe did delay and move the second hatchery. So that's fun. Zerglings and more drones coming out. So I was wrong earlier speaking. It's a hatchery did pop up. I wasn't paying attention to the minimap. Some people are better at it than I am. I'm still getting used to it. Haven't played this game in years, so this is fun. Got some Zerglings coming up. We don't have a proper wall off. Oh, that's curious. I mean, we have an adept here standing guard, but is that enough to actually stop 4 Zerglings from? Does Ragnarok know about this? Ragnarok knows there's no wall off. Huh. I would expect 4 Zerglings to actually run in there as soon as possible and kill. I mean, especially we have 2 adepts, so the Zerglings would die, but I mean, he could knock out a couple workers. Protoss is in the lead, 32 workers by 28. Zerg building up a third base pretty quickly. Probably going to be close, or Protoss is probably going to be close by. We're gonna find out here. 34 to 30 workers. So workers are catching up. An oversaturated Zergling base, or Zerg base here. Oracle coming in to see how much damage we can get done. 2 probes go down. 3. Is there going to be 4? No. Still, warp gates are coming up, being researched. Double saturation by 2 bases. But not much. So we're probably going to see a drone transfer here pretty quick, yeah. Well played. Straight into Zergling. Zerg is actually avoiding gas, going all minerals. Is it? Huh. Speedlings were researched, right? Well, we have multiple oracles coming in from the top right. Overlord scouting as much as he can. Fully walled off base now, so his opportunity to come in and do some damage has come and gone. Oracle's coming in. Oh, it was a hallucinated Oracle. No, that was actually Oracle. Four more Zerglings going down. getting some economic damage done here. Oracle's still surviving, not having a hard time. Worker count is taken by the Zerg player, and so far both players just hunkering down and ecoing up as much as possible. So nothing too much to really write home about. Making sure those oracles stay alive as long as possible, building up that mana. Oracles have a few useful capabilities, requiring energy in order to actually do damage, which is why these oracles aren't just coming in here and doing as much damage as possible. For the new players that aren't aware, they're a unique unit that actually requires energy in order to actually do damage, which is fun. But like they do a lot of damage with that little bit, so it's an interesting kind of caster unit. Zergling +1 melee, or Zergling. It helps the Zerglings, but +1 melee is coming up for the Zerg player. Do we have spores in base? Yep, spores are up. 2 more drones for the Zerg. Do go down a ball of... Oh. Is this... Alright. Doesn't look like he's going to ride home. That's tough. In my opinion, in map design, there should be extra space in order to have air units be able to basically hide. And that should be just part of the game, but a lot of maps don't really have that kind of support. A little bit of brawling in the center here between adepts and stalkers. Clearing out the way. Are we going to have a Zergling run by? No, they're all being illuminated by the Protoss. So the Protoss has pretty good eyes on what those Zerglings are doing. Good defenses. We got a shield battery, photon cannon. Bases are defended pretty well. We have a watchtower here. This watchtower allows players who are in proximity to be able to see what's going on. Fight coming up here. Cancelled Bailings. Denied by Stalkers and Oracles. Ragnarok is having a hard time here, it seems like. He's constantly getting harassed. Drones keep going down. His bases are being attacked pretty regularly. And just having a hard time just in general. See if Zerglings are actually going to clean this up. More Stalkers come in to the fight. This is going to be over soon. I don't see Zerg pulling up from this. Massive surround by the Zergling player, but Stalkers are able to blink away. Blink has been researched clearly. More reinforcements coming in from built pylons nearby, which takes away that defender's advantage of defenders being able to have their reinforcements come in sooner than the attacking forces. So this little forward base of operations really helps the Protoss. If they had a shield battery or two, again, they just fall back, recover, come back out. Heavy losses by the Zerg. Roaches are not enough. More roaches are needed if Ragnarok is going to shoo this away, but with a slight worker lead by the Protoss player, he's able to just constantly warp in reinforcements pretty well. Both sides are on the ropes when it comes to money. Both sides are spending really well. Protoss is able to constantly stay on top in terms of the numbers, losing less and less. And that forces the Zerg player to have to kind of stream fewer numbers and get outgunned in a fight. This getting pushed back by the Roach's Ravagers is pretty impressive. Just smart play on herO's part. More reinforcements coming in. Ragnarok just cannot catch a break here. This constant harassing is brilliant. I gotta say, good job by this. So we're gonna pause it here. What the significance of this? Can I go back? The significance of this is constantly harassing your opponent and getting them to purchase units, send them to the front line only to get slaughtered because they are outnumbered, as well as outplayed on a tactical level, because we have Although the Stalkers are on kind of a wide choke point here, they aren't able to get surrounded, which allows them to focus their firepower in one direction, which leaves a really bad situation for the defending player here. The defending player is trying to save these drones and constantly mine here, which this is part of the economy. So if he gives up this base, that is a economic loss, as well as they're just going to keep pushing. Now, the fact that Zerg never got a chance to build up forces and counter with an equal force meant that it was a constant uphill fight for the Zerg. And like I said, just streaming in too few resources against the Protoss player. That is a huge advantage. This base over here being up might have given enough breathing room if basically evacuate the drones, move over here, and just try to let the Protoss player delay and attack this. Because right now, the thing that's working against this Zerg player is that he just cannot build up enough reinforcements at a time. It's interesting though, because we have an army supply that's almost equal, 48 to 42. If we look at the unit supply, what do we have? We have 21 Stalkers. That's it. That's the only thing Protoss is fighting this. 21 Stalkers. 2 Ravagers, Queen, and Roaches. 6 Roaches. That doesn't look like an even supply here. Do Queens count as supply for like the army? So Ravagers are 2 each. Stalkers are 2 each. Well, Ravagers are 3 each. Roaches are 2 each. Sorry, my bad. Just trying to think about this. So if you were Zerg, how would you think you can handle this? You can't, because you can't counterattack here. herO just did a great job setting this up. He has no wall off. A few Zerglings actually could have gotten in here and basically just snuck in and started attacking. That would have caused Protoss to have to retreat units back at home in order to deal with that, and it wouldn't have taken very many Zerglings either. It would have only taken like 4 or 6 Zerglings, and that was 150 minerals. Easier said than done, basically, because you can say that right here. There's no shield battery here, and this is the importance of constantly having a counterattack if you're getting attacked, even with just a few units. But units on the front lines just weren't handling enough. Let's look at the army value. Yeah, army value is in favor of the Protoss. Trying to think what else could be done for the Zerg player. Like, what lessons are learned here? There's not much. There's just not much you can do. He got outplayed. He got out-resourced by the Protoss player. I don't want to say outflanked, but just good positioning on his part. And this is stressful. So trying to deal with constantly being attacked, watching your forces get destroyed over and over again, need to take a break and breathe for a second and try to build up any kind of counterattack as well as a force to actually fight this. So, but Ragnarok here, his back was against the wall, and this is just painful for him. This is very stressful to deal with. So, good job on both players.